Okay, so today we're going to look at Phnom Penh Safari Park. This is the only zoo in Cambodia that I know about, but let's jump straight into it and watch this video tour together of the different zoo and the different things that they have on offer. Okay, so as you go in, I can see there's lots and lots of free land out the front, which is really, really good. It's a good sign that this is going to be a nice zoo and a really good zoo. Some of the infrastructure here looks really good too, actually. It shows that, you know, they care. Uh, they've invested a lot of money into this place, I think. Okay, some nice water features, some good handouts. The map's always really useful when you go to the zoo, right? So you can have a proper look and really understand the layout and make the most of your day. Okay, so first impressions, I mean, it looks beautiful as we first walk in. Um, some artificial water features as well. It looks really, really good. I think this shows, oh wow, and some lovely fish, some koi, I believe. It's quite a big space for the koi as well, which is really, really good. It gives them plenty of space to, you know, do their thing and live properly. And they look fairly healthy. They look fairly big, so I think they're fed well and you know they have a good standard of care in this zoo so far. Anyway, okay, good. Okay, so this looks good. It looks really beautiful, but actually this is too much overcrowding, right? Um, any any zoo that has this many koi in one pond is not so great, I would say. Ideally, they would have these separated more. Perhaps they've all clustered together from a larger space, but well, we can see the whole space now actually, and it's really not that big for the amount of fish there. There must be what, a couple of hundred different koi in there, which is not so great. Okay, so I will say I am impressed with how they've laid it out. It looks really, really nice, and it looks like they've put a lot of work in to make it, you know, a nice place to be. What do we have here? Is it a big carp? Mm, I think it might be a type of shark actually. I'm not so sure. The video is not so great here, right? But I believe it's some type of shark. Okay, so I think they've definitely, yeah. I mean, definitely, it's a looks lovely. It looks lovely. Okay, okay. So they got some common geese as well, which is nice. You know, I suppose they're not so common in areas of the world like Cambodia, so it's a good thing for sure. Okay, okay. So they've got lots of parrots here, so different different bird life. I wonder if they've had their wings clipped though, or if they can fly away. But they look healthy, they look happy. I think that's the main thing, right? They're really beautiful types of parrots, these. I think some of the more beautiful birds in the world, absolutely. Okay, so there's a bird show now. Okay, let's go have a look at what this entails. I've been here once before myself, actually, and I didn't like the shows. Ethically, they were not good. I watched one, and the treatment to the animals was not so good. I didn't watch the bird one. I wonder if the bird one is good. Um, okay, okay. So they get some of the parrots involved. So yeah, they don't have their wings clipped, which is really a good sign, actually. Um, I wonder what they will do. Okay, okay. So they have them riding bicycles now. I think for birds this isn't such a bad thing, but some of the other animal shows, which perhaps we will see later in this video, they're just not that good. They're not so ethically friendly, I would say. But again, what I will say, the people that put on the shows, they do a good job. They make it very entertaining and very, very nice. Okay, so we have peacock here. This is definitely not a peacock, but it looks cool. Again, they look healthy, but I see the roof's quite low and quite enclosed as well, so there's no space for flight for some of these birds. Okay, a giraffe. So we've got our first group of mammals now. See what their enclosure's like and see if it's a good space for them. Okay, so they have a nice viewing platform. Oh, wow. This person was lucky, I think, yes. Giraffes are so close. and it looks like a very big space actually. Um, there's a young giraffe as well, so they're breeding, which is good. If they're breeding is always a good sign that they're fairly healthy animals. Um, I see some kind of deer as well in the background there. It's good though. I wonder if the animals are getting a bit stressed out though, because people are very very close. Yes, and ideally there should be a bit of space between the people and the animals, because otherwise they can get a bit too stressed out. This does look nice though. I think it, from my experience there as well, it was a really nice day out. They put a lot of effort in. Yeah, so these are some of the enclosures which I think aren't so good. They look very nice, they're very cute, yes, but I mean, look at the size of this space. It's tiny, tiny, and I think any animal needs a lot more space than this. I mean, it's what, probably 3 or 4 meters by 3 or 4 meters, and the people are so close. I th- ethically, I don't think this is so good, because the animals just don't have enough space to be completely healthy and live the kind of life that they really should be living, I think, right? Okay. So again, the space is a bit small. Even forgetting the space here, the terrain that they're on is not brilliant for them, and it's a bit too close to where people can access them. However, with an animal like a goat, it's not so bad, I suppose, because goats are quite used to being around people, particularly after a little while. But deer should have a lot more space and should definitely have a bit more freedom. I think this is some of the problems here. I remember when I went here, food and drink was extremely expensive, particularly comparatively for the rest of Cambodia. It was extortionate actually. I think I bought one drink and was like, I'm not spending this much. Okay, so they got the tigers here. Okay. hmm Yeah, so this, I remember seeing this myself. This is the full enclosure for this tiger. It is tiny and it is absolutely unfair. And these are some of the shows I'm talking about. They are really not good. The animals are extremely stressed out, and they keep them trained like this by fear of pain, and it's not a good thing at all. It was very unpleasant. This was the only show I saw, because the rest of them I was just like, if this is how they treat the tigers, how are they going to treat the rest of the animals? It's just absolutely unbelievable, actually. I cannot believe anyone would want to treat these animals in this way. Okay, so there's some kind of elephant show as well. I didn't see this. I suspect it's not going to be so good. They pride themselves on being an elephant sanctuary, but actually, what I saw, it was not good at all. Yeah, you see, these old kind of circus performances of elephants are, I mean, not even allowed in most countries anymore, because they're just absolutely unfair and unreasonable on these animals, and it's not good at all, I think, yes. I wonder if we can see them a bit closer, so we can see their condition and see how healthy they are. Uh, I do remember, oh yes, so they offer these elephant rides. Now, these always seem like a lot of fun, right? But they're just not good at all. They're really, really bad for the elephants. Elephants are not designed to carry people, and they're very, very sensitive creatures, and they shouldn't be made to ferry people around. It's just not fair on the animal. A zoo's responsibility should be to give them the best space possible, right? But they definitely put the people before the animals' welfare, which is just not right. Okay, so we saw some otters as well. I think it's kind of the same story here, right? Um, and crocodiles. Now I remember seeing this. It was really interesting to see crocodiles, and so many. But I mean, there must be over 50, and it was not at all, not great at all. Yeah, and then they're moving the animals around like this. It's not good at all, and I don't understand how they do this. They kind of hypnotize the animal. I even saw one of the people performing this put their head inside the crocodile's mouth, and they somehow knew it would not bite down. This is not through training, it's through some kind of psychological trick they perform by tapping a piece of wood all over the crocodile's head. I'm not sure exactly how it works. If anyone knows, please comment below, let me know, because I'd be very interested to understand. But it's not a nice thing at all, this. I think it's very cruel to the animals. They should just be allowed to live. Yes, I agree, there's nothing overly wrong with allowing people to see them. I think people being able to see them helps pay for for caring for them and for helping their species stay very active. But these party tricks, let's call them, are just so unethical. You can see the animal wishes to escape, and these people are trying to hold it down, and it's very cruel to the animal and just not acceptable in anyone's book, I would say. This is what I was saying. He can put his hand in the mouth and he will know that it won't bite down. And I think here he will put his head in. Somehow he will understand that it's not going to bite down on him. Oh no, he's just done his hand again. So, I mean, let me know, what do you think about shows like this? Do you think they're a good thing, or do you think they're simply only just going to harm the animals in the long term and harm their species? Yeah, you see, this is unbelievably cruel and should not happen. This is one of the shows I decided that I was not willing to watch because I saw some images of it, and it's dressing the orangutans up, and it's not good at all, right? However, their enclosure is okay. It's a little small. They could do with more space than this, absolutely. But they have places for them to climb, which for an ape like this is really, really important. But in essence, it's not so bad. Okay, and some small primates as well, that's fine. It's kind of the same story everywhere in the zoo, right? They just need more space. And from having been here, there's no lack of space. They could expand these enclosures very, very easily. Okay, so what do I think? So I think this zoo could be good. However, as things stand now, I think the animal welfare is not prioritized enough. But let me know what you think. Please comment or leave a like or a dislike if you even don't like the zoo. That's fair enough. I can completely understand that. But this is my review of Safari Park in Phnom Penh. Have a good day. Bye.